What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great start to your Saturday. So I wanted to come on here real quick and talk about some sneaky information that got by a brother. I had no idea that this went down. If you are privy to this information, hey, I gotta talk about it. So, you know, you have the option to click off or you have the option to stay. I hope you guys stay and listen to this situation that went down with Dr. Michael Eric Dyson. So back in February of 2020, Georgetown University launched an investigation against Dr. Michael Eric Dyson due to the fact that there was a female student that claimed that the doctor was being inappropriate with her. Now, the student alleges that the doctor was trying to form some type of relationship off campus. And so there were multiple text messages pleading and begging her, hey, let's go have dinner. Hey, why don't you come hang out, and things of that nature. And so obviously she wasn't feeling that. And she wanted to keep their relationship professional. And so she elected to only meet him during office hours. And that really ticked him off because Dyson's ultimate goal was to get her alone. And she wasn't having it. And I don't blame her. You know what I'm saying? Now, according to the Georgetown's Institutional Diversity, Equity, and Affirmative Action, better known as IDEAA, they began a formal investigation into Dyson's conduct after the student and members of the BSC, right? The BSC stands for Black Survivors Coalition. They're responsible for putting Dr. Dyson on blast. They brought it to the higher ups' attention, and therefore the investigation started to proceed. Now, this isn't the first time that Dr. Michael Eric Dyson has been accused of this type of behavior. This goes back to the early 2000s, I believe, when he was teaching at the University of Pennsylvania. And also a lady by the name of Crystal Fleming accused Dr. Dyson for the same behavior. I think she was a graduate student at Harvard and he was teaching at the University of Pennsylvania. Somehow they crossed paths and, you know, he projected that same behavior on her, and so she felt uncomfortable and she basically put it on blast and let it be known that Dr. Dyson was creepy in her opinion. Now, the student at Georgetown who came forth with these allegations, she's anonymous, so we don't know who she is, but she also alleged that Dr. Dyson was trying to use his status and connections to wow her or woo her, however you want to say it, to actually get her alone outside of the campus. So his status and who he was didn't matter to her. She didn't want anything to do with him. So no means no, bitch. Now, the anonymous female student also alleges that there was some unwanted touching that went down. And it was just to the magnitude of massaging of the shoulders and things like that. But still, keep your hands to yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's unwanted touching. Now, I want to play you guys this video. Now, this is a sit-in protest that they had at the University of Georgetown where they brought up Dr. Dyson's name. So it's kind of hard to hear, but I'm going to turn it up as loud as I can. Just focus as much as you can. But they did talk about Dr. Dyson and the conditions at the university in regards to him and all the male students there, you know, when it comes to protecting the women that have the same hue as I do, and just women in general. So check it out and I'll be back.
Earlier this year, there was also a release of a list of predators within the Black community from a list of Black women. And there's a tenured professor on that list. Michael. And we have not brought it up to any administrators before and haven't really brought up to anybody because we don't want to be associated with the list. And we're not making a comment on the list. But you have somebody who apparently you can't even remove who has committed acts of sexual against minors. I mean, that's like
And I think part of this is, like, we should see action on the things that are on the list of demands, but we also need action with things like this. Like, if we can fix some of the institutional route, then the lack of resources would be less of an issue because the problem would be solved already. But we have to be reactive instead of proactive and make sure that we have resources to be able to deal with the trauma and the aftermath rather than trying to fix the inherent issue. Now that is one way to fix an inherent issue.
After his name was even from the list, he just excused himself from class and had a person hearing the name show up in his classes. do with that information.
But take action on it.
Most definitely.
Don't just sit there and put it in your pocket and go back to your office and go back home tonight and forget about it for the weekend. Remember, Michael Eric Dyson.
There was also a name that was mentioned specifically if you were about a GPD officer who has also assaulted students.
PR0TESTED.
And so that was something else that we should also try to go back on.
Now, I hope you guys could hear somewhat what they were saying. I know it was low. I turned it up as loud as I could. But anyway, the funny thing about this situation is that last fall, the students at Georgetown, they were notified that Dr. Dyson would not be teaching there. He would not be there at the university any longer. Dr. Dyson went to Vanderbilt University, which is located in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, I don't know if Georgetown was able to uncover some information throughout their investigation that Dr. Dyson was guilty of committing these allegations and accusations that had been placed upon him, but he abruptly left and went to Vanderbilt. Now, this is my opinion. I really feel that the University of Georgetown found out some things about Dyson, and that's why he left. I believe they uncovered that there were some facts to this woman's claim that Dr. Dyson was being inappropriate with her. And that's why he went to Vanderbilt. And I think that the University of Georgetown did Dyson a professional favor, right? By not pushing this case as far as it could have went. And what I mean by them doing Dr. Dyson a professional favor, I mean to the tune of basically allowing him to walk with his reputation and his accolades somewhat intact. And so when you look at it in its totality, I mean, this brother has been a voice for our community for quite some time. He's also written several books in regards to race relations and hip hop and things like that. You know, he's also an ordained minister. So I'm pretty sure when everything started to hit the fan, the first thing he wanted to do was protect his reputation. And I believe that they made a deal. And in that deal, somehow, I don't know how, but he did. He landed at another prestigious school in Vanderbilt. And according to Vanderbilt, they are not doing any other investigations on Dr. Michael Eric Dyson in regards to this situation. So this situation just sounds strange to me. But anyway, I'm going to let this go right here and let y'all have at it in the comments. Drop down and let me know what you think about this particular situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll get with you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.